Today's port report is from Kristiansand, Norway, Scandinavia's top summer vacation spot with lots of sun, beaches, and high-end shopping, and small. We'll give you the port basics, tour and transport options, and we'll walk around that 1 square kilometer with some interesting surprises. I'm Troy, and this is the Port Lowdown. Kristiansand is in southern Norway. The area is famous among Scandinavians as a resort destination, so you'll see lots of regional tourists joining you. The town itself is small, with most local points of interest around this square kilometer and the island of Odderøya, a former military area transformed into a leisure walk and recreation spot. It's also a jumping off point for several attractions, such as the coastal town of Lillesand, the Kristiansand Open Air Museum, the Cannon Museum, and the Kristiansand Zoo and Amusement Park, which looks wild by the way. Captain Sabertooth the Pirate. There's also lots of coastal sailings on offer. Like we said, a resort town. The port itself is pretty basic, docking at a single berth near a small industrial zone. You face a long parking lot with a tour and ho-ho buses meet, and a small container-built tourist info zone with maps, a Segway tour company, a few shops, some town history, and a moose. Actually 2, but no toilets. Now, if you're not on an organized tour, you can still reach some of the day trip destinations via ho-ho bus. You could also go to these areas on your own via local bus. For that, I would first consult the tourist office at port, then walk to the central bus station. There's also pre-hire taxi, Uber, or this tour train, which frankly gets very mixed reviews. It only stops at the town center. Finally, there is a car rental service here, Sixt rentals, but you have to walk about 19 minutes to get there. But this town was really designed for the casual stroller, with its small size and mostly flat streets. In fact, you can cover most of what we'll discuss in a few hours. Allow at least another hour if you want to explore Odderøya. You'll first walk through the canal-laced shopping complex of Fiskebrygga, the fish market. Now, the actual fish market is pretty small, with most of the space filled up with high-end shops, bars, and restaurants. The canals and bridges are cool to pass by though, with lots of charter sailings originating here. From there, it's about an 11 to 12 minute walk to town center, where you pass lots of fancy stores, restaurants, and street art. Some cobblestone sidewalks, but not too drastic. At the town center, there's a few points of interest beyond the cheeky restaurants and rather ornate McDonald's. First, the town hall, which has the official and more extensive tourist information counter. Second is the cathedral, one of Norway's largest, founded in 1645. There are often free half-hour organ recitals for tourists at 11 a.m. Check the website to confirm. It's a special experience in a beautiful house of worship. Third, the square itself is a lovely space to hang out and take a selfie with the Bug, a cool and quite big fly statue. Never mind why it's even there. By the way, if you enjoy your DIY at ports like we do, hit us up with a like. And consider subscribing, we have more weekly videos ahead. From the town center, it's just another 10-minute walk north to the entrance to Ravnedalen, Ravens Valley, the town's main park that offers a terrific view of the town after a somewhat steep but short hike. Once there, you can continue to climb and explore. We only hiked a small portion of the south end, but the park is actually quite big and hosts concerts and festivals in the summer. And it's a lovely oasis. Quiet, beautiful, with touches like this small floating dock. Now, if you're up for it, you could spend much of your day exploring this place. There's even a cafe open in summer. Back down the hill, turn left, and cut through the old part of town, Posebyen, in about 10 minutes. After a city fire in 1892, this was the only neighborhood left standing, leaving behind this concentrated area of traditional wooden houses, one of the largest in Northern Europe. We'll leave a link below for this webpage if you want details on this area for a self-guided tour. Suffice to say, it's charming and pleasant to walk through, but it's essentially a quiet residential area. Another 10 minutes southeast and you'll find Bystranda Beach, a lively area that also has a skate park, a kids' play area, a lawn for picnics, and a small docking area for swimmers who want to climb into the waters poolside style. My son loved it. Be sure to bring your own towel. There's also Aquarama, which hosts an indoor pool, water park, and even a full-service spa. Visitors, including kids and families, are welcome, but again, bring your own towel. The area is a bit sparse for food, however. If you can make do with the Rima 1000 store or snack kiosk behind Aquarama, you should be fine. From there, it's a roughly 23 to 25 minute walk back to the ship. The surrounding area is a place for community events and outdoor sports. Here also is a large public bathroom facility which, like Oslo, charges by card. What's available? It's green light.
Okay, there you go.
It's opening.
Oh.
Occupied. We'll see how The whole walk back is more clean, lovely streets, hotels, and upscale businesses. In fact, I really couldn't find an area in town that wasn't clean and lovely. For such a central tourist spot, the vibe is very relaxed. It all makes for a wonderful day. No pressure. This is one port where you really don't have to rush off the ship unless you're going on a tour or out of town. There isn't a ton of stuff to do, but lots to take in while you stroll, relax, and enjoy some time in the sun. Have you been to Kristiansand? Let us know your experience here or if you have any questions. We'd love to trade notes.